Oh, I guess I better share a screen. I haven't even shared my screen yet.
The one constant through all the years, Ray, has been baseball. America has rolled by like an army of steamrollers. It's been erased like a blackboard, rebuilt and erased again. But baseball has marked the time.
All right.
All right, we are live. Welcome, everybody. It's game 5 of the Field of Dreams series between Manchester and Chico's. So far, it's been a tale of two cities. The first two games in Manchester saw Manchester score 11 runs and Chico's only 3. Then at Tropicana, Chico's have scored 15 and held Manchester to 1. So when it comes to home field advantage, MV, this has definitely been home field advantage for
It
both of you there.
has. It has indeed. Get me out
Yep.
of here, quick.
No, the faster we get out of here, the faster we got to go back to your place. I don't want to do that. You better buy me a drink before we get over to your place.
Oh
All right,
man.
guys. This is the Field of Dreams Baseball League. We're in the playoffs. To cap things up, this was the sewer series. We did the sewer series. Mid Michigan won that. That series was to decide who was going to pick first in the draft. And up here, we've got the championship series that's going to lead into the World Series. Right now, Canada is leading Tampa Bay 3-2, and Chico's and Manchester are all knotted up at 2. The fifth game now is going to be played here at Tropicana, and off we go. Let's get to the game. All right. So,
Let me just see the picture, make sure he's fresh.
yeah, let me
He's
load
fresh.
mine.
Stop
Make
he
sure
was fresh, isn't he? Yeah.
mine is right, and we are going with. We're going to try and cover you up with some sheets today. Keep you down. See
Load
how
up
that
versus
works.
rights for me.
How does that look?
Right. Let me just double check. Oh gosh, I feel like making a change, but I don't want to mess anything up. I'm gonna guess I'm gonna. That looks good. Don't hold it. It's Jeff Heath and Euclid. It's just killing me. Killing me. Could you just move die up? Just over Euclid, please. That's it. Okay. All right. We're good.
I know what you're looking at. I look at the same thing all the time too. Off we go. All right, here we are, Tropicana Field for games World Series game number 5 between Manchester and Chico's. The series is tied at 2. We will. There's absolutely no weather because this is an indoor stadium, but the
Spunk.
humidity is high, and we're going to keep those balls from getting into the stands.
Play ball!
Off we
uh,
go. All right, let's take a quick look at the lineup for Manchester. Manchester is going to lead off with second baseman Ian Kinsler. Batting second will be left fielder Jeff Heath. In the third spot will be center fielder Mickey Mantle. Stan Musial will be the designated hitter and batting fourth. Jermaine Dye, right fielder, will be batting fifth. In the sixth spot goes to first baseman Kevin Euclid. The seventh spot, third baseman Ken Keltner. Catcher Elston Howard will be batting eighth. And shortstop Ozzie Smith will be rounding out the lineup at ninth. For the Chico's defense, we have Hirsch Martin starting in left field, Johnny Lindell in center field, Vladimir Guerrero in right field. Nick Etten will be playing first base. Snuffy Sternweiss will be at second.
Woo.
Dave Concepcion will be starting at shortstop. Pete Rose at third. Behind the plate catching for tonight's game will be Deandre Navarro. And Ben Sheets will be on the mound making his first appearance in the series. Let's play some ball.
Don't keep stirring myself base. That's my target.
All right, so Ben Sheets will start off on the mound against Ian Kinsler, who's batting on 154th so far in this series. He's got 2 hits to his name in the series, no RBIs, no hits, and no runs. Here we go. The 1-1 count, and this is a fly ball to center field. Lindell ranges to his left. He gets under that, makes the grab. That's the first out. That brings up Jeff Heath, who's batting a 182 in the series. He's also got 2 hits, but he has a home run and 2 RBIs and 1 run to his name. Pitch to Heath. Ground ball into right field. Guerrero will field this one. Heath gets a base hit. So with a runner on first and only 1 out, that brings up the hard-hitting Mickey Mantle. Mickey Mantle batting a 167 in the series. He's also got a home run, 3 RBIs, and he's accounted for 2 runs himself. Sheets looks over to, okay, we got to check something here. Something is wrong with the display. I apologize.
Yeah,
Let's get this fixed. I don't know what's going on here, but somehow first base got, some of these things got moved, and I don't know why. I was having trouble last night, and it looks like it reset a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, it did. I was just thinking that it looks a bit odd. Apart from we got a runner on base, that looked odd.
This is very strange. The field looks, well, even the field is, give me a second. I apologize for this. This is, we've been playing at this field numerous times. I have no idea how this happened.
Bad omen, bad omen.
But we are going to reset some things real quick here, guys. Pause for a station identification break while we fix.
Sure, I'll fill it in here. So Chico's Swamp. Is that what they call it? The swamp?
No, it's just called Tropicana, but I guess Tropicana for the tropics.
It definitely feels that way.
This year that I picked was a pitcher's park. It was a non-hitters field this year.
Say that again.
Yeah.
I mean, playing in Berlin Stadium is bad enough because that's the pitcher's park par excellence. But this might be the worst for me. It was the best for you. Just a picture he's moving. So.
I didn't grab that. Did I grab? Yeah, I did grab that. Okay. Third base, left field. And grandstands, first base. All right. I think we are.
Pitcher.
Oh, pitcher. Yep. Got to get him on the mound there. All right. There we go. That's very odd. All right. Back to the game. Okay. So 1 out. Man on first for Manchester. Mantle standing at the plate. Here's the pitch. It's a 2-2 count. This is going to get past Etten at first. Guerrero come up and field that one. He'll get it back in. Heath advances to second. Mantle with a single. So starting off quickly here, Manchester with runners on first and second and 1 out. That brings up Stan Musial. Stan Musial batting 286 in the series. He's got 4 hits, no home runs, no RBIs. He's accounted for 3 runs. He's also got 2 triples though under his name. Here's the pitch from Sheets. It's a 2-1 count. This is going to be a little dribbler back to Concepcion. He'll pick it up, tag Mantle, or tag the base. It looks like maybe it hasn't reset yet or caught up yet. But that gets Mantle out at second. Heath advances the third. Musial gets first base on the fielder's choice. Manchester facing 2 outs with runners on the corners.
Oh, hold on a second.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to lift J-Main die. Give me Milton Bradley, please. Bit unorthodox, I know.
All right. So the manager for Manchester going quickly to the bench and bringing in pinch hitter Milton Bradley, who's batting a 100 for the series. He's only got 1 hit in the entire series. No runs, no home runs, no RBIs. But he's got runners on the corners facing off here against Ben Sheets. 1-2 pitch. And he goes down on strikes.
Had a hunch.
So let's take a look at the lineup for the Chico's bail bonds. Chico's will lead off with second baseman Snuffy Sternweiss. Batting second will be third baseman Pete Rose. Batting third will be catcher Deanna Navarro. Right fielder Vladimir Guerrero will be batting in cleanup. First baseman Nick Etten batting fifth. In the 6th spot goes to center fielder Johnny Lindell. Hirsch Martin will be batting 7th. Designated hitter Prince Fielder will be batting 8th. And Dave Concepcion will be rounding out the lineup at the 9th spot. For the Manchester defense, we have Jeff Heath in left field, Mickey Mantle in right field, center field. We'll see Milton Bradley step in here in a minute at right field. Kevin Youkilis will be the first baseman. Ian Kinsler at second. Ozzie Smith will be shortstop. Ken Keltner will be staying on third. Catching tonight behind the plate will be Elston Howard. And Bill Stafford will be on the mound tonight, facing off against Chico's for a second time in the series. And if we can get Milton, you wanted Bradley, I'm assuming, right?
Yes, please. Yeah.
Yep, that's what I thought. Yep. And I apologize. Let's fix where Milton Bradley. The coach has to make an adjustment here. Milton Bradley is standing in the wrong spot. Manchester gets him to move over. All right, and off we go.
Right.
All right, so Bill Stafford is facing the Chicos for their second time in this series. He's got a 0 ERA because he allowed no hits. It was a complete shutout against Chico's, his first time he pitched. He went 9 innings, gave up 5 hits, no runs, only walked 1 and struck out 3. Snuffy Sternweiss leads us off. He's batting a 143 for the series. He's got 2 hits, 1 home run, 1 RBI, and he's accounted for 4 runs. He'll be dangerous if he can get on base. The pitch from Stafford. And this is going to get into left field. This is going to be a single for Sternweiss. That puts him on base. Snuffy Sternweiss, who was the league leading base stealer this year with 69 stolen bases, now stands at first with no outs. Up comes Pete Rose. Pete Rose batting 143 in the series. He's got 2 hits, 1 RBI, and he's accounted for 2 runs for himself. Here's the pitch from Stafford. Sternweiss is off. It's a hit and run. Stafford comes off the mound to field it. He gets Rose at first, but Sternweiss advances to second. So the manager calling a hit and run there with no outs. That brings up Deanna Navarro. Deanna Navarro batting 300 in the series. He's got 3 hits, 3 RBIs, and he's accounted for 3 runs. Sternweiss is stealing third. The throw. And Sternweiss caught stealing third. So a very aggressive maneuver by the manager of Chico's tonight. And Sternweiss caught stealing third for the second out. Navarro still at the plate, facing an 0-1 count. Pitch from Stafford. And he strikes out Navarro. So just after Chico's gets a base hit, leadoff base hit, Sternweiss gets the second on the hit and run, and then he's caught stealing third. And Navarro down on strikes. That's 1, 2, 3. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. We go to the top of 2, where we'll see Youkilis, Keltner, and Howard for the Manchester Red Bolts. Real quick, I want to say hi to David, Cluzen, Yoko, and Bernie. Hey, I hope everybody's doing well today, and we'll hopefully enjoy this game. All right, Ben Sheets to face off against Youkilis, who's batting 133 for the series. He's got 2 hits with 15 at bats. He's got himself a home run, 1 RBI, and 2 runs. Here's the pitch to Youkilis, and Youkilis goes down on strikes. That'll bring up Ken Keltner. Ken Keltner batting 154 in the series, 2 hits with 13 at bats. He's also got 1 home run, 2 RBIs, and 2 runs. I think we're starting to see a pattern with the Manchester Red Bolts. Everybody's got a home run. Here's the pitch from Sheets to Keltner. It's a high fly ball to center field. Lindell will move up to catch that one. That's the second out. We go to the 8th batter for Manchester. That's Elston Howard. He's behind the plate catching tonight. He's got a 250 average. He's got 3 hits off of 12 at bats. Another home run for him. 2 RBIs, and he's also accounted for a run this series. To Howard. It's a 1-2 count. This is going to be a fly ball to deep right field. Guerrero moves back towards the track. He'll make the grab. That's the third out. Down go the Red Bolts, 1, 2, 3. No hits, no runs, no errors. We go to the bottom of 2. We'll see Guerrero, followed by Etten, and then Lindell. Guerrero comes in batting 231. He's got 3 hits, 1 home run, 3 RBIs. One of the 2 home runs so far in the series for Chico's from Guerrero, the other coming from Sternweiss. Pitch to Guerrero, and this is going to be into left field for a base hit. So once again, Chico's with a leadoff hitter, leadoff single to start the inning. Guerrero, no threat to steal. That'll bring up Nick Etten. Nick Etten, who batted very well for Chico's, is only batting a 143 in the series. He's got 1 hit, 2 RBIs, and 2 runs. Stafford from the stretch. Nick Etten with a high, deep fly ball to left field. Heath will go back towards the track. He'll make that grab. Guerrero retreats back to first. That's 1 out. In comes Johnny Lindell, who's only batting an .067 for the series. Struggling in the series. Also one of Chico's better hitters during the regular season. He's only got 1 hit in the series with 1 RBI and 1 run. 2 pitch. And this is going to get into right field. A deep fly ball to right field. This is going to be over Bradley's head, off the wall. That'll get Guerrero around third and home. Lindell off to 3. The throw under the tag. That's a triple for Johnny Lindell, who had been struggling and then comes out with a big hit when he needs it the most to put Chico's up 1-0 over Manchester. Lindell now standing at third with 1 out. In comes Hirsch Martin. Hirsch Martin batting .273 this season. This series, apologize. He's got 3 hits and 2 RBIs. You got the right-handed Stafford facing the left-handed Hirsch Martin. The 0-1 pitch. This is going to be a high fly ball to center field. Mantle has to come up to grab that. Is that going to be deep enough for Lindell to tag? It is. Mantle does not make the throw home. Lindell comes home. That's 2-0 for Chico's. Mickey Mantle had to make a fantastic diving play, so he was unable to get up in time to make that throw home. He's credited with a great play out in center field. We now go to Prince Fielder, who's designated hitter in this game in place of Indian Bob Johnson, who really struggled through the series. Fielder comes in with a whopping .600 average in the series, 3 hits, 1 RBI, and 2 runs. He's also got 2 stolen bases so far in the series. We're still unsure how that happened. Here's the pitch from Stafford.
Strike 3.
He strikes Fielder out. So as hot as Fielder's bat was, it was cold there. We go to the top of 3. 2 runs off of 2 hits. No errors for Manchester. The score is Chico's Bail Bonds 2, Manchester Red Bolts 0. At the top of 3, we'll see batters 9, 1, and 2. Ozzie Smith will lead off in the 9 hole. He's got a .667 average through the series with 2 hits out of 3 at-bats, 1 run, and 1 stolen base for Smith. If he gets on base, they'll have to keep him close. This is going to be to Concepcion at second base. He'll throw it over to Etten. Concepcion's shortstop, but he had to get to second base to field that one. So he showed some range on the dirt there to make that play. We go back to the top of the lineup for Manchester Red Bolts. Ian Kinsler. He's 0 for 1 so far in this game. Sheets delivers to Kinsler. This is going to be into center field for a base hit. In fact, it's a stand-up double for Kinsler. That's his first double of the day. So with 1 out, Kinsler gets a double. And that brings in Jeff Heath, who's already 1 for 1 in this game. Here's the 0-1 pitch. It's a high fly ball to center field. Lindell running back towards the track. He'll make the grab. Kinsler back to second. He'll tag up, advance to third. Lindell just throws it back to Concepcion at cutoff. So Manchester now with 2 outs, a runner at third, and that brings up Mickey Mantle, who's 1 for 1 in the game. Mickey Mantle, very dangerous, especially with the long ball. Here's the pitch from Sheets. And this is going to get into right field. Guerrero will field that one after the bounce. Mantle with another base hit. That'll drive in the run. Manchester scores. Stan Musial strolls to the plate. He's 0 for 1 in the game. Mickey Mantle standing at first. Pitch from Sheets. And this is going to get into left field. Martin will have to get that one off the bounce. Mantle will advance to second. Musial gets base hit. Mantle advances to third. He rounds second, goes all the way to third. Martin can only get it into the cutoff at Concepcion. So now Manchester, showing some life here with 2 outs on them, have runners on the corners, and in comes Milton Bradley. Milton Bradley is 0 for 1 so far in the game. From Sheets. And this is going to be to Sternweiss at second. He throws to Ed, and that'll be the 3rd out. Manchester scores 1 run off of 3 hits. No errors committed by Chico's. We go to the bottom of 2, where we'll see Concepcion, Sternweiss, and Rose for Chico's. Concepcion batting 167 in the series. 2 hits with 12 at-bats. He's got 1 RBI and 1 run. From Stafford, Concepcion with a dribbler to first. Euclid will pick that up, cover the bag himself. That's the first out. We go back to the top of the lineup, where we'll see Snuffy Sternweiss, who's already 1 for 1 in the game. The 1-1 count. And this is going to get into right field, so Sternweiss with his second hit of the game. Always a threat to steal. That brings up Pete Rose to the plate. Pete Rose is 0 for 1 so far in the game. Stafford is really looking hard at first and keeping Sternweiss close to the bag. He throws over to first, but Sternweiss gets back under that tag. He's safe and remains at first. And off goes Sternweiss on the first pitch to Rose, and Howard doesn't even make the throw. They give him the base. That's stolen base number 2 tonight for Snuffy Sternweiss. So with 1 out, Rose still at the plate, facing a 0-1 count. Sternweiss at second. Will the manager try and steal third again? It doesn't appear to be. It's a dribbler to Keltner at third. He throws over to Euclid. Sternweiss is unable to advance to third and remains at second. Up comes Deanna Navarro. Deanna Navarro 0 for 1 so far this evening. Facing 2 outs with a runner on second. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And this is going to get into center field. That's a base hit for Navarro. Sternweiss will round 3. And he makes it home. Ozzie Smith made a poor play at that ball. He should have gotten to it. It went under his glove. And that let the ball get out to center field where Mickey Mantle had to field it. So they're going to credit Navarro with a base hit, but that was a poor play off of Ozzie Smith that allowed him to get on base. That brings up the hard-hitting Vladimir Guerrero. He is 1 for 1 this evening. He does have a home run here in Tropicana for Chico's, which doesn't give up a lot of home runs to begin with. Here's the pitch from Stafford. And this is going to be a grounder down third baseline. It looks like it's going to go foul, and indeed it does go foul. Guerrero gets another chance at it, facing a 2-2 count. Stafford delivers to Guerrero. This is a hard hit to left field. It's going deep. Heath will come up. He'll grab that one. That'll be the third out. Chico's goes down, scoring 1 run off of 2 hits. No errors committed by Manchester, although they did give Ozzie Smith the poor play at shortstop.
I hate Stuffy Sternweiss.
After 3, we have both teams with 5 hits each. Both teams no errors, but Chico's leads 3-1. For Manchester, we'll see Euclid, Keltner, and Howard at the plates. Euclid will lead off this inning. He is 0 for 1 in this game tonight. Cheats with a pitch to Euclid. This is going to be a grounder to Rose. Rose will pick this up, throw over to Etna at first. It's a close play, but they got him out. Up steps Ian Keltner. Ian Keltner's 0 for 1 tonight. The right-handed Sheets versus the left-handed Keltner. I'm sorry, the right-handed Keltner. And this is a high pop-up towards second base. Concepcion will range over to his left to get underneath this one. He gloves that for the second out. In comes Elston Howard. Elston Howard's 0 for 1 tonight. Pitch from Sheets. And this is going to get to Sternweiss at second. It's a liner to Sternweiss at second. He'll glove that one. That'll be the third out. No hits, no runs, no errors. We go to the bottom of 4. We'll see Etten, Lindell, and Martin for Chico's. Etten is 0 for 1 this evening. Here's the pitch from Stafford. And this is going to be a fly ball to right field. Bradley this is over his head. Bradley can do nothing but watch this go into the stands. A home run for Nick Etten, a solo shot. His first of the series. That's a 338-footer. Nobody's allowed to hit home runs in Tropicana except for Chico's bail bonds.
Stafford out, please.
After that home run, we'll see the manager approach the mound, and he's going to pull Bill Stafford.
Give me Ralph Terry, please.
Ralph Terry. So the manager calling for Ralph Terry from the bullpen. He's making his first appearance in this series. We do not have any notes on him from the season. I apologize for that. But Lindell will face off against Terry, who's 1-for-1 tonight. Lindell, not Terry. The pitch to Lindell. This is going to be a high fly ball to left field. Heath will move towards the corner. He makes the grab right at the corner of the wall, left field wall, to make that grab. That's the first out for Chico's. Hirsch Martin steps up to the plate. Hirsch Martin. We're not getting any stats on Hirsch Martin. I don't remember what happened to Hirsch Martin on the last at bat, but here comes the pitch to Martin, and this is going to get into right field. So that's his first hit for the night. He's off to 2 under the tag. That's a double tonight for Hirsch Martin. His first of the day. That brings up Prince Fielder. Prince Fielder struck out in the second. He came in to designate as a designated hitter in lieu of Bob Johnson, who struggled. Prince Fielder, his last game, his first game in the series, was a phenomenal 3-for-4, looking to extend on that. Here's a deep fly ball to right field. Bradley gives chase. He gets under that. Martin has to retreat to second to make the tag. The throw from Bradley to third. Martin to third. And he's tagged out for the third out at the
All right. Let's go, Bulls.
Fantastic throw from Milton Bradley from deep in right field all the way to third base to get that runner tagged out at third.
Momentum changer.
We go to the top of 5. Sheets remains on the mound. He's pitched 59 pitches so far in this game, and he has 2 strikeouts and no walks. That brings up Ozzie Smith, batting 9th in the lineup for Manchester. He is 0-for-1 tonight. There's a 2-0 pitch, and this is going to be a grounder towards first base. Ed will pick that up. Sheets is covering the bag, a little underhander to Sheets, and that's the first out. We go to the top of the lineup for Manchester. Ian Kinsler. Ian Kinsler 1-for-2. He doubled in third his last at bat. The 0-1 pitch. And this is going to get into left field. Martin will field that one. Kinsler gets his another single tonight. So Kinsler now with a double and a single in this game so far. In comes Jeff Heath. Jeff Heath is 1-for-2 tonight. He flied to center his last at bat. Kinsler standing at first. Doesn't appear to be taking a big lead for a steal. Sheets will look over at first at him from the stretch. Oh, he throws to first. Kinsler back. He's safe under the tag. Taking a much bigger lead now as Sheets delivers from the stretch. And this is a grounder to Concepcion. He throws to first. He'll get the lead runner at first, but allow Kinsler to get to second. So Manchester with 2 outs has a runner on second. And up comes Mickey Mantle, who's already 2-for-2 tonight. Grounded a single in the first and then lined a single in the third. We'll see if that hitting streak continues here with his third appearance. And it does. This is going to get into right field. Guerrero will field this one off the mound. Off the bounce. Kinsler around third to come home.
Right.
Mickey Mantle 3-for-3 today. 3 singles. And drives in another RBI to bring Manchester 1 run closer. In comes Stan, the man Musial, batting 1-for-2. He lined a single between third and short his last at bat. With Mantle at first, taking a big lead, Sheets will look over at him. Pitch from Sheets. Mantle is off. Here's a deep fly ball to Guerrero right field. Guerrero towards the corner, makes the grab after a great range, a diving grab. That's great play number 1 for Vladimir Guerrero. That will end the inning. 1 run off of 2 hits for Manchester. No errors committed by Chico's. We go to the bottom of 5. For Chico's, we'll see Concepcion and then go back to the top of the lineup with Sternweiss and Rose. Concepcion still 0-for-1 tonight from Terry. And this is going to be a dribbler to Kinsler at second, who picks this up over to first. That's the first out. In comes Snuffy Sternweiss, who's 2-for-2 so far in this game. He's trying to match Mantle. This is going to be a high fly ball to center field. Mantle ranges to his right. He makes that grab. That's the second out. Joe Rose steps up to the plate, 0-for-2 this evening. Here's the 2-2 pitch. And this is going to be, a fantastic fielding job by Terry. Comes off the mound, grabs that ball, throws it over to Euclid at first. That's the third out. We go to the top of the 6th. No runs, no hits, no errors for Chico's. After 5 complete innings, Bail bonds, 4. Red Bolts, 2. For the Red Bolts, we'll see Bradley, Euclid, and Keltner. Sheets still on the mound here in the top of 5 with 76 pitches. He throws to Bradley,
Strike 3.
and he strikes him out. That's the first out for the Red Bolts. Up comes Euclid. Euclid 0 for 2. Struggling somewhat in the series, although he does have a home run for his name in the series. Here's the pitch. The 0-1 count. This is going to be a liner to Rose at third. He'll glove that one. That's the second out. We go to Ken Keltner. Ken Keltner's 0 for 2 tonight. Fly to shallow left in second and pop to short in the fourth. Here's a 2-1 count. This is going to be a high pop-up towards Sternweiss at second. Sternweiss back towards the grass. He makes the grab. That's the third out. 1, 2, 3 go the Manchester Red Bolts. No hits, no runs, no errors. We go to the bottom of 6.
I hate Stuffy Sternweiss.
He's been the face of Chico's this season. That is for sure. He's going to be the first one to enter the Ring of Honor. For the Chico's bail bonds, we will see batters 3, 4, 5. That's Deanna Navarro leading off, 1 for 2 so far in the game. He lined a single in the third. The pitch from Terry, 0-2 count. This is going to be a high fly ball to right field. Bradley has to go to his right. He gets it at the track for the first out. That brings up Vladimir Guerrero, who's 1 for 2. He flied to shallow left center. His last at bat in the third. Here's the pitch to Guerrero. This is going to be a hard grounder to Keltner at third, who'll pick this up, throw over to Euclid at first. That's the second out. In comes Nick Etten, who's 1 for 2. He hit a solar homer. His last at bat in the fourth. It was a 338-footer. And here's the pitch to Etten. This is going to be another high fly ball to right field. Bradley back, but he makes the grab near the track. That's the third out. No runs, no hits, no errors for the Chico's bail bonds. We go to the top of 7. For Manchester, we will see Howard, Smith, and then wrap back around to the top of the lineup, Ian Kinsler. Elston Howard is 0 for 2 tonight. He flied to deep right in the second and then lined to second in the fourth. Here's the pitch from Sheets to Howard. This is going to get into left field through the shortstop hole. Martin will pick this up, throw it back to Concepcion as cut off. Howard gets a single.
I'm going to make a switch, I think. Let's see. No, leave it as it is. Leave it as it is.
The manager calls timeout to talk to his batter, but is leaving him in there. Howard does not appear to be a threat to steal second. No outs for the Red Bolts. Sheets will face off against Smith. 2-0 count. This is a high fly ball to right field. Guerrero will come up to field this one. He makes the grab. Howard retreats to first. Guerrero with a fantastic diving play to make that catch. That's his great play number 2 today. And Howard has to retreat back to first where he'll stay. With 1 out, up comes Ian Kinsler. Ian Kinsler 2 for 3. He flied to deep right center in the first, but since then he doubled to left center and then grounded a single between third and short in the fifth. So with a runner on first, a 3-1 count, and Kinsler gets walked. Ben Sheets issues his first walk of this evening to put a runner on first and second with only 1 out, and Jeff Heath coming to plate. Jeff Heath is 1 for 3. He lined a single back in the first. He's had 2 outs since then. Sheets with the pitch.
Infield fly.
Infield fly rule called by the umpire. The batter will be out. Sternweiss will get under this one to make that grab. Manchester with runners still on first and second. And in comes Mickey Mantle, who is now 3 for 3 in this game. Can Sheets do anything to stop Mantle here with runners on first and second? It's the 0-2 pitch. The runners are off. Oh, and he takes him down. Mantle goes down on strikes. A big swing and a miss off of Ben Sheets' pitch to end the inning. So Manchester Red Bolts strand 2. Great opportunity for them to score some more runs and close this gap up, but they're unable to capitalize as Mantle goes down on strikes after being 3 for 3 tonight. We go to the bottom of 7. We'll see Lindell, Martin, and Fielder for Chico's. Lindell is 1 for 2. tripled off the wall in right, scored a run off of that back in the second. Here's the pitch to Lindell. This is going to be a fly ball to left field. Heath doesn't hardly even have to move. He'll make that grab. That's the first out. Up comes Hirsch Martin, who's 1 for 1. He had a, that's right. Okay, so in the second, Hirsch Martin had a sac fly, and then in the fourth, he lined a double to right center. Pitch to Martin. This is another fly ball to right field. Bradley comes up to grab that one. That'll be 2 outs. We go to Prince Fielder. Prince Fielder, who's 0 for 2 tonight. Faces off against Terry. The pitch, 0-1 count. This is going to get the past Kinsler at second. Fielder with a base hit. His first single of the night. That brings up Concepcion, who's batting 9th in the lineup. Fielder standing on first with 2 outs. Believe it or not, Prince Fielder has rumbled out 2 stolen bases so far in this series. We'll see if that continues tonight. From Terry, Fielder does appear to go off, and that is going to be a base hit to right field for Concepcion. Bradley will make the play. Fielder rounds second. I don't know where Fielder is getting this speed from, but he rounds second and makes it to third. So with runners on the corners and 2 outs, we'll see Snuffy Sternweiss up to bat. Snuffy Sternweiss, who's 2 for 3, lined a single between third and short in the first. He lined a single to right in the third, and then flied to deep left center in the fifth. Sternweiss also has one of the home runs given up by Tropicana in this series in Game 3. Pitch to Terry. This is going to be another deep fly ball by Sternweiss to left field, but Heath will range over to the foul line to make the catch. Chico goes down with 2 stranded, 2 hits, no runs, no errors. We go to the top of the 8th. Manchester Red Bolts still trail Chico bail bonds 4-2. Stan the Man Musial will lead off this inning. He's 1 for 3. No, we're not going to bring in the third baseman just yet. And we're not going to change a pitcher just yet. So Sheets will stay on the mound. And this is going to be a hit into left field. Martin will come up and catch that off the bounce. Musial with a leadoff single to start the top of 8.
I'm going to go with this guy's been just rubbish. Let me have a look at my bench, please, Jim. I've already got rid of dice. It's going to have to be good. I'm going to go with. Ooh, this is tough. I'm going to go with. Carlos Quinton. I'll take my chances.
Carlos Quinton will come in. However, the manager is going to call time to look at the bullpen. All right, Chico's bail bonds is bringing in J.P. Howell to pitch in relief of Ben Sheets. So do you want to make another change for Quentin?
No.
No? Okay. So Jay Howell face off against Quentin. Howell, who has not appeared in this series so far, will face off against Quentin, who comes in to pitch hit. He's batting .250 in the series. He's got 1 hit off of 4 at-bats. No RBIs, no home runs, no runs. With a runner on first and no outs, Howell delivers to Quentin. This is a grounder into right field. Guerrero will grab that one. He gets it back into Sternweiss. Musial advances second. Runners now at first and second. And that brings up Euclid.
Let me get rid of him, please. Let me just have a look and see what's going on here. Because he's been rubbish. And the first baseman, so I'm going to go with. Sorry about this. I'm going to go with.
Just want to say hi to Steve. I see Steve came in. Looks like Dwayne came in. Thanks for joining today, guys. A good game so far.
I'm going to go with Alexei Ramirez, please.
Okay, in comes Alexi Ramirez to pinch hit. He's had 3 at bats. He's no hits, but he has driven in an RBI with runners on first and second. Manchester with no outs. Howell in a bit of a jam here. Here's the pitch to Ramirez. It's an 0-1 pitch. It's going to be a fly ball into left foul territory. That gets into the stands. He'll have another shot at it. Ramirez with a 0-2 count from Howell. And this is a grounder to. Oh, Howell throws over to second. Well, that looked like Howell threw to Sternweiss, who threw to Concepcion in second, who then threw to first. It was the strangest play I've ever seen, but it did result in a double play. So Manchester now facing 2 outs with Stan the Man Musial standing at third. Up comes Ken Keltner.
Leave him as is.
Ken Keltner is 0 for 3 in the game so far. He'll face off against J.P. Howell. J.P. Howell delivers. And he strikes him out to end the inning. So Manchester with a huge chance to come back in that inning. Strands a runner after the big double play. We go to the bottom of 8. 2 hits, no runs, no errors. Who do you want at first?
Scouring. My right field's going to be a bit of a problem now.
What do you want him batting?
Oh, instead of Ramirez. And then in right field, this is my problem now. I don't have a right fielder. So I'm going to put Heath in right field and Quinton in left. Thank you.
All right. So the Red Bolts bring in Quentin to replace the fielder, and Scowron will take over first for Euclid. We go to the bottom of 8. We'll see Rose, Navarro, and Guerrero for Chico's bail bonds. Rose is 0 for 3 tonight. Faces off against Terry. Here's the 3-1 count. And Rose gets the free pass from Terry. One of the few walks we've seen in this game tonight by either team. That brings up Deanna Navarro, who's 1 for 3, batting a solid .308 on the series. Rose doesn't appear to be taking a big enough lead to steal. The pitch from Terry. He strikes Navarro out. That'll be the first out for the Chico bail bonds. Rose still standing at first. In comes Guerrero, who's 1 for 3. Grounded to third, his last at bat in the 6th. Terry to Guerrero. A high fly ball to left field. Quentin moves slightly to his back to catch that one. Rose retreats back to first. Just like that, there's 2 outs for Chico's after the leadoff walk. That brings in Nick Etten. Nick Etten, 1 for 3 tonight. Flied to very deep right in the 6th. Terry over to first. He picks Rose off at first.
Nice.
That ends the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. Chico's had a base runner from the walk, and then he gets picked off. We go to the top of the 9. Manchester down to their last 3 outs to come back. For Manchester, they are batting. They're starting off with batters 8, 9, and then back to 1. So they got some work to do to get back to the top of the heart of their lineup to try and get this run back. Howell will remain on the mound to face off against Howard. No. Here's the first pitch from Howell. This is going to be a deep fly ball to left field. Martin has to range to the corner, and he catches that at the wall to make the first out. Manchester now down to their last 2 outs.
All right, Ozzie Smith to lift him, please. And we're going to go with, as a guy here that I don't normally use, but now here's his moment. Bob Serve. This is it, Bob.
Okay, so Manchester goes deep into their bench to bring Bob Serve out to pinch hit. We have no notes on his regular season. The season he was drafted from, though, he batted .234. with 26 RBIs and 8 home runs. So he'll face off against the left-handed Howell, who will remain in there to pitch. It's a 2-1 count. Oh, that's a hard hit to Etten, who picks this up, covers the bag himself, marked out a 3 unassisted. That's the second out for Manchester Red Bolts. They go to the top of the order with 2 outs. They're down to their last out to come back and score 2 runs. Manchester with 10 hits in the game. Bail Bonds, 9 hits in the game. Neither team has an error marked against them. Kinsler will face off. Kinsler's 2 for 3. He flied to deep right center in the first. He doubled to left center in the third, grounded a single in the fifth, and then was walked in the seventh.
All right. Let me see my bench, please.
Manager calling time to talk to his batter.
Nobody left, really. Oh, man, I hate Tropicana Field. I hate it. Okay. Let's go with. Oh, let's see if we do come back. Let me give Troy Glass a go.
Manchester taking out. Give me 1 second, my throat. So Manchester pulls in Kinsler, who was 2 for 3 tonight, to bring in Troy Glaus. He does have 1 at bat so far in the series, and that resulted in a double. So with their final out, Glaus to face off against J.P. Howell. Here's the pitch. And Glaus gets walked. So Howell, with only 1 out to go to close this game out, issues the free pass to Glaus. Up comes Heath. He's 1 for 4. He lined a single way back in the first, but he flied to deep center in the third, grounded to short in the fifth, and then popped to second in the seventh.
Let me see what I got.
Yep, Howell doing himself no favors here.
God damn. Nobody. Looking down my bench like, don't like you, don't like you. All right. Let him back. What the hell? Let's get back to New York, Manchester.
You going to leave Heath in?
Yeah, we're done.
All right, the left-handed Howell faces off against the left-handed Heath. Glaus remains standing on first. Tying run at the plate. There's the 0-1 pitch. It's a fly ball to left field. Martin will come up. Looks like he's going to make that grab. That's the third out. Chico's Bail Bonds wins 4-2 over Manchester Red Bolts to take the third game in a row here in Tropicana. It is definitely home field advantage for both of these teams, who are very good at winning at home.
Goodbye, Tropicana.
Manchester with 10 hits, 2 runs. Chico's 9 hits, 4 runs. No errors committed by either. Some of the highlights: Kinsler 2 for 3. Mantle 3 for 4. Musial went 2 for 4. Quentin went 1 for 1. Over for Chico's, we had Sternweiss, who went 2 for 4 and a stolen base, but he also got caught stealing third. Everybody else got almost everybody else got a hit except for Rose in this game. Everybody did get a hit except for Rose in this game. On the mound, Stafford only went 3 innings, allowed 6 hits, 4 runs, all of them earned, 1 home run, 2 strikeouts, no walks. Terry came in to finish the last 5 innings, gave up 3 hits, but no earned runs, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. For Chico's, we saw Ben Sheets go 7. He gave up 9 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned, issued 1 walk, and struck out 4. Howell came in to close out the game, went 2 full innings, gave up 1 hit, no earned runs, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. The MVP, where's the MVP at? Oh, MVP goes to Nick Etten. So Nick Etten, who went 1 for 3, got the solo shot home run. He gets the MVP. I think there could have been a couple of players that might have gotten that one. So
Good game.
That is game 5 between Manchester and Chico's. For game 6, Chico's has to pack up their bags and fly over to Manchester, England. Not looking forward to the jet lag and play there. We will see how that goes.
You up for it?
What's that?
Are you up for it? Another podcast. Or you know?
Yeah, I think. I'm kind of close, but we could go one more if you want.
I'm up for it if you're up for it.
All right. So everybody in the stadium, or
Everyone-
pack your bags. We're flying to Manchester to go to the sixth game.
That's only if everyone wants to do it as well, because I don't know if everyone wants to watch.
Um, well, let's take a quick poll. Is everybody okay to see another game, or do you want to wait? Okay. Well, Steve went real quick. He said do it, so we're gonna do it. He doesn't get to watch a lot of games. He's either vacationing in Orlando or working, so we're gonna give him a chance to see another game.
Steve's catchphrase, do it.
So off we go to the dreaded home of the Manchester Red Bulls.
Well, we're definitely behind the 8 ball now. That's it for sure.
Well, we will see Rich Harden pitch this game for Chico's.
It's the strikeout. Now, who's fit? Who's fit and ready? Whitey's not. It has to be.
Do you want lineup number one or
lineup number one, please? Yep.
okay?
And it's Gaylord Perry. Come on, Gaylord, get the Emery board ready.
You good with Gaylord?
Good with Gaylord. Let me just see the lineup again.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yep.
Let's see. Euclid has been terrible. But he's back at home now, so he's good. Jermaine Dye instead of Bradley. Bradley's been terrible. But I got a suspicion. Why am I against Jermaine Dye so much? All right. I'm going to give Dye a shot. Let's go.
You're gonna leave. Okay, you're leaving Dye in. All right. So we go over to Chico's, who will stick with their lineup that's been working with them so far. I don't know how it's going to work here, but let's find out.
The flying Prince Field.
We come into Yankee Stadium for Game 6 of the World Series between Chico's and Manchester. Chico's leads 3-2 in the series. Rich Harden will take the mound. He pitched the very first game of the series that Chico's was shut out in. He'll be opposed by Gaylord Perry. Chico's third baseman, Pete Rose, is riding an 11-game hitting streak, which is strange. I thought he didn't get a hit last game, but maybe I was wrong. All right, let's take a look at the lineup very quickly. For Chico's, it's a similar lineup to the last game. We have Snuffy Sternweiss batting off at first spot. In the second spot goes to Pete Rose. Batting third will be Deanna Navarro. Our cleanup hitter will be Vladimir Guerrero. Nick Etten will be batting fifth. Johnny Lindell will be batting sixth. In the seventh spot, we'll see Hirsch Martin. Batting eighth, Prince Fielder. And batting ninth will be Dave Concepcion. For the defense for Manchester, we have Jeff Heath in left field, Mickey Mantle center field, and Jermaine Dye in right field. On first will be Kevin Euclid. Ian Kinsler will be starting at second base. I apologize. Ozzie Smith will be the shortstop. At third base, we have Ken Keltner. Behind the plate catching for Manchester tonight will be Elston Howard. And on the mound will be Gaylord Perry. Yes, we know we're going to play ball. All right, Gaylord Perry comes in with a 3 ERA in the series. 6 innings pitched. He's allowed 4 hits and one home run. He's given up 1 walk and struck out 3. He'll face off against Snuffy Sternweiss. Snuffy Sternweiss batting .222 for the series. 4 hits with 18 at-bats, 1 RBI, 1 home run. Here's the pitch from Perry to Sternweiss. And he gets walked to start off game number 6. So Snuffy Sternweiss, the dangerous base stealer, gets the free pass to start off this game.
Get the KY ready, Gaylord. Get the KY.
Pete Rose will step up. Pete Rose is only batting a 118 in the series. He does have 1 RBI. Only 2 hits for 17 at-bats. He's going to face off with Sternweiss at first. Perry going to try and keep Sternweiss close. Sternweiss is off. The throw to second. Howard can't get it there in time. That's stolen base number 3 in the series for Snuffy Sternweiss. Snuffy Sternweiss got caught stealing third in the last game at Tropicana. We'll see if the manager continues to be that aggressive. Rose facing an 0-1 count. And this is going to be a little dribbler to Smith at short. He'll pick this up. He'll fire to Euclid at first. That's the first out. Sternweiss takes off to third. So Sternweiss is able to advance on that dribbler to short. Chico's now has a runner on third, the very speedy Sternweiss with only 1 out.
I
Deanna
hate
Navarro
stupid
steps
stuff.
up to the plate. He's batting 286 in the series. He needs a sac fly badly here. What was that, MV?
I hate stuffy stairways.
Barry winds and delivers on the 3-2 pitch. It's a base hit for Navarro into right field. Dye will field that one off the ground. That drives in the first run. Chico's, when Chico's gets Sternweiss on first to lead off the game, it's very, very easy for them to score a run. So Chico's now with a one-run lead, one out. Navarro at first. In comes Vladimir Guerrero, who's batting 235 in the series. He's got 4 hits with 17 at bats, 3 RBIs, 1 home run, 3-1 count. This is going to be up the center. Oh, that looked like a bounce off of Perry, who picks it up, throws to Smith at second. He turns and fires to first. That's a double play.
Nice.
So a fantastic play by Gaylord Perry to turn that double. We go to the bottom of 1. Chico scores 1 run off of 1 hit. No errors committed by the Red Bolts. Let's take a look at the Red Bolts batting order. For the home team, we have Ian Kinsler leading us off. Batting second will be Jeff Heath. In the third hole will be Mickey Mantle. Cleanup batter will be designated hitter Stan the Man Musial. Kevin Euclid will be batting 5th. Jermaine Dye will be batting 6th. Ken Keltner in the 7th spot. Batting 8th will be catcher Elston Howard. And in the 9th spot, shortstop Ozzie Smith. Chico's defense, we have Hirsch Martin in left field, Johnny Lindell in center field, and Vladimir Guerrero rounding out in right field. At first base, we have Nick Etten. Snuffy Sternweiss will be in second base. Dave Concepcion at shortstop. Pete Rose will be covering third. Behind the plate catching for Chico's will be Deanna Navarro. And Rich Harden makes the start here tonight for Chico's. Rich Harden comes into the game with a 4.26 ERA of the series. He's got the loss from the first game of the series. He went 6 1/3, gave up 6 hits, 1 home run, 2 walks, and struck out 6. He'll face off first against Kinsler, who's batting 250 in the series. He's got 4 hits with 16 at-bats, and he's also accounted for 2 runs. The 2-2 pitch. High fly ball to center field. Lindell travels to his left. Off the wall over Lindell's head. Lindell will field it off the carom. He gets it back up. But Ian Kinsler with a leadoff double. And once again, here come the hard-hitting Manchester Red Bulls at home. This is exactly what Chico's did not want to see. Coming up to bat second will be Jeff Heath for Manchester Red Bolts. He's batting a 188 average in the series with 3 hits out of 16 at-bats. He's got 2 RBIs, 1 home run, and he's accounted for 1 run. The pitch from Harden. It's a bunt to Harden, who'll come off the mound to field it. He throws over to Sternweiss, but the sac bunt advances Kinsler to third. So Manchester Red Bolts, with only 1 out, has a runner at third, and in comes the hard-hitting, very dangerous Mickey Mantle. Mickey Mantle batting .313 in the series. He's got 5 hits with 16 at-bats. He scored a home run way back in the first game of the series here in the home field for Manchester Red Bolts. He's also got 5 RBIs and 2 runs. Harden looks at Kinsler at third. He delivers to Mantle. And Mantle gets issued a walk. So Harden couldn't control his pitch. Gives Mantle a walk. Runners on the corners with only 1 out. He'll face off now against Stan Musial. Stan Musial, .333 for the series. 6 hits with 18 at-bats. No home runs, no RBIs. But he does have 2 triples in the series, along with 3 runs. Mantle takes a huge lead off of first. Harden delivers. There goes Mantle. The throw from Navarro. Mantle under the tag. Stolen base number 1. Harden now has runners at second and third. Facing off against Stan Musial. The double play ball is gone. Harden delivers. And it's a dribbler to shortstop. Concepcion will come over and field that one. He'll throw to first. Etten will make the grab. That's the batter will be out at first, but Kinsler is able to come home and score. The game is tied up 1-1.
Come on, you Chris.
Manchester now facing 2 outs with a runner on third. Harden facing off against Euclid, who's only batting a 111 in the series. 2 hits with 18 at bats, 1 home run, 1 RBI, and he's accounted for 2 runs. Harden with the 0-2 count. He strikes Euclid out to end the inning, but not before Manchester Red Bolts score a run off of 1 hit. No errors committed by Chico's. We go to the top of the top of 2. Both teams with 1 hit. Both teams with 1 run. For Chico's, we'll see Etten, Lindell, and Martin face off against Gaylord Perry. Etten comes in with a 200 average in the series. 2 hits, 10 at bats, 1 home run, 3 RBIs, and he's gotten 3 runs. Pitch to Etten. It's a fly ball to center field. Mantle to his right. He gets under that. That's the first out. We go to Johnny Lindell. Johnny Lindell, who had a fantastic regular season, struggling hard here in postseason with a 111 average, only 2 hits with 18 at-bats. One of those was a triple. He's got 2 RBIs, and he's accounted for 2 runs. Pitch to Lindell. Oh, he bunts to try and get on base. And Perry comes off the mound, fields it, throws it over Euclid at first. That's the second out. I guess Lindell will try and get on base any way he can because he's struggling so bad at the plate. Up comes Hirsch Martin, who's in at left field. He's got a 308 average in the series. He's got 4 hits off of 13 at-bats, 3 RBIs. Perry will wind and deliver to Martin. And it's just going to be a grounder to Kinsler, who has to come up to field that one over to Euclid. That's the third out. Chico's goes down 1-2-3, no hits, no runs, no errors. We go to the bottom of 2, where we'll see Dye, Keltner, and Howard for the Manchester Red Bolts. Dye comes in with absolutely no at-bats. So he's not making his. This is not the first time we've seen Dye, is it?
Yeah, he came up for one. He came up to the plate, but I yanked him.
Okay. All right. So Dye making his first plate appearance at bat in this series. We've seen him play defense a little bit here and there. We'll face off against Harden. Harden delivers to Dye. And again, a leadoff walk for the Manchester Red Bolts, given up by Rich Harden. Rich Harden, having some control issues, has now issued 2 walks and has only struck out 1. He now faces off against Ken Keltner, who comes in batting a 118 average. He's got 2 hits with 17 at-bats, 1 home run, 2 RBIs, and he's accounted for 2 runs. Go 1 pitch. It's a bunt to Harden. He comes up, fields it, throws it over to Sternweiss, who's covering first. That's the out for the batter. Dye will advance to second. Strolling to the plate is Elston Howard. He's batting .250 for the series. He's got 4 hits with 16 at-bats, 1 home run, 2 RBIs, and he's accounted for 1 run himself. Dye at second. Harden delivers from the stretch. It's a hard grounder to Rose at third, who will pick this up, fire across the diamond to Etten at first. That's the second out. Dye has to remain at second. Manchester now facing 2 outs, brings in their last batter of the lineup, Ozzie Smith. Ozzie Smith with a .333 average, 2 hits, 6 at-bats. He also has 1 run to his name. He's got no RBI so far, but he's got a chance of getting 1 here. Harden to Smith. It's a grounder to Rose. Rose picks it up, fires to Etten again at first. That's the third out. We go to the top of 3. The score is still 1-1. We will see Prince Fielder, Dave Concepcion, and Snuffy Sternweiss for Chico's.
1 second, Buckshot. There's some security issues. My
Absolutely.
security guards are such. You got Clue and Steve. Yep, those 2. Ejection.
So security for Manchester out into the stands to talk to Steve and Clue to calm them down.
Toss them out.
Welcome, Beatles. Welcome. So Prince Fielder comes in with a .500 average in this series. He's got 4 hits with 8 at-bats, 1 RBI, and he's accounted for 2 runs. And oddly enough, he's also got 2 stolen bases to his name in the series. So we'll see what happens here as he faces off against Perry. And this is going to be a base hit into center field for Fielder. So the ever speedy Prince Fielder, who's going to run in the Summer Olympics this year, is now standing at first. And in comes Dave Concepcion. Dave Concepcion only batting a 200 average so far in the series. 3 hits with 15 at-bats, 1 RBI, 1 run. Will Prince Fielder steal again? He doesn't appear to be taking a very big lead. He's not going anywhere. It's a grounder to first from Concepcion. Euclid will pick this up, cover the bag himself. Fielder takes off to second base. With 1 out, we go to the top of the order for Chico's. Snuffy Sternweiss.
Ooh.
Snuffy Sternweiss was issued a walk his last at bat. Pitch to Sternweiss. And this is going to get into left field. Fielder to third. Sternweiss will hold up at first. So a big hit by Snuffy Sternweiss advances the runner to third. Up comes Pete Rose.
I hate Snuffy Sternweiss.
Second base is open, and we know Sternweiss loves to steal second. Rose 0 for 1 in the game so far. There he looks over at Sternweiss. There goes Sternweiss on a hit and run again. Rose, this is a high pop-up down first base. Is it?
Pummel!
Oh, into the stands. Euclid is not able to get to that. Could have probably doubled up Sternweiss with that hit and run. But Rose gets another chance facing a 1-1 count. Runners at the corners. Off goes Sternweiss. Another hit and run. This one's going deep into right field. And once again goes foul. So Rose on a 1-2 count. Runner still on the corners. The pitch was a pitch out. But Sternweiss, not fooled on that one, stays on the bag. Rose now facing a 2-2 count. This is one of the most exciting at-bats I've seen in any game. There goes Sternweiss. Another hit and run. No, it was stolen base number 2. I am a little bit confused on what just happened there. Oh, okay. It was a strikeout, but Sternweiss takes off to 2, and he's safe. So with runners on second and third, Chico's has 2 outs. Navarro comes to the plate. He's 1 for 1. He lined a single back in the first. Getting another shot at it. Gaylord delivers to Navarro. Oh, Perry comes off the mound. Throws over to Euclid. That's the 3rd out. So a very exciting inning. Top of 3. No runs off of 2 hits. No errors. We go to the bottom of 3. We'll see leadoff batter Kinsler, Heath, and then Mickey Mantle for the Manchester Red Bolts. Kinsler comes in he's 1 for 1, doubled off the wall in right center in the first. Harden delivers to Kinsler. He strikes him out. So Harden with his 2nd strikeout of the night will now face off against Jeff Heath. I believe Jeff Heath walked his last at bat. Harden delivers to Heath, and he strikes him out. So that's 2 in a row for Rich Harden. That brings up the hard-hitting Mickey Mantle. Always a threat to hit a home run here in this stadium. He was also walked in the first. Harden to Mantle. And it's a hard shot over Sternweiss's head at second into right field. Guerrero will field that one. Mantle credited with a single. So with 2 outs, Manchester has a runner on first. Up comes Stan Musial. Stan Musial 0 for 1. Harden from the stretch. It's a grounder to Etten. He'll come up, field that one, carry it back to the bag himself for the 3rd out. Manchester goes down with 1 hit, no runs, no errors committed by Chico's. We go to the top of 4, where we'll see batters 4, 5, and 6 for the Chico's bail bonds. Vladimir Guerrero will be the leadoff batter. He's 0 for 1. Here's the pitch. And this is a hard liner into left field. That gets down for a base hit. So a leadoff single for Guerrero. And that brings up Nick Etten to the plate. Nick Etten is 0 for 1 in the game. He flied to deep left center. Guerrero taking a decent-sized lead at first. Perry will look at him. He throws over to first.
Yes.
Okay, so Perry threw to first. Guerrero took off. Euclid threw back to Smith at second, and Guerrero got tagged on the throw, got himself into a little bit of a pickle there, and got thrown out. So that's the first out for Chico's, as Nick Etten remains at the plate.
Big crowd in there tonight. Come to see the demise of the Red Bulls.
A big crowd. This is totally different than Tropicana, who has a bunch of empty seats for whoever wants to stroll in, decide to watch the game. So 1 out. Etten with a big fly ball to center field. Mantle to his right. He gets under that and gloves it for the second out. We'll see Johnny Lindell. Johnny Lindell cannot seem to get anything going. 0 for 1 tonight. He's tried hitting. He's tried bunting. The only thing he hasn't done is attack the pitcher with his bat yet. Here's the pitch to Lindell. Once again, Perry off the mound. He'll field that one. He throws over Euclid, and Lindell goes down with another non-hit. We go to the bottom of 4. No runs off of 1 hit. Chico's with an out with a base runner stolen. Caught stealing. We'll see Euclid die and Keltner for Manchester Red Bolts. Euclid is 0 for 1 in the game. Euclid struggling a bit at the plate as well. Him and Lindell will go out for drinks after the game to commiserate. He hits a ball to Concepcion, who bobbles it, but he's able to recover it, throw to first, and Euclid is out. They're going to order doubles tonight.
Yeah,
Up comes Jermaine Dye. Jermaine Dye is this is his second plate appearance. No at bat so far because he got walked. So no official at bats for Dye. And delivers to Dye. This is a fly ball to left field. This is going very deep over the head of Martin. It's a home run for Jermaine Dye. His first official at bat results in a home run. What a shocker here at Manchester's home field, a 300-foot home run over left field wall. And Chico's is already seeing the writing on the wall here at this field. We go to Ken Keltner batting 7th in the lineup. Ken Keltner also, I believe, was issued a walk at his last plate appearance. Harden delivers to Keltner. And this is another fly ball to left field. And once again, Martin looks over his head. And once again, Harden gives up back-to-back home runs. This is a repeat of game number 1 of the series.
Game 1.
Another 305-footer. A solo shot from Ken Keltner. So Harden, with only 3 strikeouts and 2 walks, gives up back-to-back home runs here to at the bottom of 4. Chico's now trailing 3-1 with only 1 out. Up comes Elston Howard. Harden delivers to Howard. He strikes him out. So after giving up back-to-back home runs, he strikes out the batter. Manchester facing 2 outs. They go to their last batter of the lineup, Ozzie Smith, who's 0 for 1. Harden will deliver to Smith. This is going to get into right field. Guerrero will come over and field that one. Smith with a base hit. Oh, Guerrero bumbles the ball. So that allows Smith to take off to second. He'll get a stand-up double off of that error from Vladimir Guerrero. So Manchester not done yet with a runner at second and 2 outs. This brings up Ian Kinsler, who's 1 for 2 tonight. He struck out in the 3rd. Smith with a huge lead at second. Harden trying to look at him, keep him close, but he strikes out Kinsler instead to end the inning. But Manchester scores 2 runs off of 3 hits, both solo shot home runs into left field stands. Manchester now lead the Chicos 3-1. We go to the top of 5. We'll see Martin Fielder and Concepcion. Hirsch Martin is 0 for 1. Perry delivers to Martin. This will get down into left field for a base hit for Martin. Martin standing on first. That brings up Prince Fielder, who's 1 for 1 in the game. He lined a single up the middle in the 3rd. He is a danger to hit a home run, although he hasn't hit one in the series. Pitch to Fielder. Oh, it's a dribbler down first to Euclid. He'll throw it over to Smith. Smith throws back to Euclid at first. That's a 3-6-3 double play. 2 outs for the Chicos bail bonds. As we see the last batter of the lineup, Dave Concepcion. Dave Concepcion is 0 for 1 tonight, grounded to first, his last at bat. Pitch. A grounder to Kinsler at second. He throws over to first. That'll be the 3rd out. Down goes Chico's. No runs after 1 hit. no errors. We go to the bottom of 4 where we'll see Heath, Mantle, and Musial. Not getting any easier for Harden, facing the heart of the order for Manchester. Harden's already given up enough home runs in this field to last a lifetime. Here's the 2-2 pitch. And this is going to get down into center field for a base hit. Lindell will grab that one, throw it back to the cutoff. But Heath standing at first for Mickey Mantle, who's 1 for 1. He lined a single between first and second, his last at bat. Harden delivers 0-2. And this is a high pop-up straight up the chute behind home plate. Navarro runs back to try to get this one, but it gets into the stands. Mantle with another shot, still facing the 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. And after an 0-2 count, Mantle gets walked. And that brings the manager from Chico's to the mound. He's seen enough. Doug Bear will come in to pitch here in the bottom of 5 in replacement for Harden. Doug Bear, who pitched 2/3 of an inning so far in the series, making his second appearance. He's got a 0 ERA in the series, no hits allowed, also no strikeouts or no walks. From Bear. And this is a hard grounder into left field. Martin will field that one. Heath holds up at third. He does not come home. I guess he felt it wasn't deep enough, but that will load the bases for the Red Bolts. And here it comes again. Home field advantage for Manchester. Bases loaded, no outs. Bear to face off against Euclid. Euclid, who is 0 for 2 so far in this game, only batting a 100. Did you want to look at somebody?
Yeah, some of that. I can't figure out what the hell is wrong with this guy. Yeah, we're gonna lift him. I'm gonna bring in. Give me Troy Glaus, please.
Troy Glaus. All right, so Troy Glaus comes in to pinch hit for Euclid. Troy Glaus has 1 at bat this series, which was a double. So he's 1 for 1, batting a perfect 1,000 so far in the series. He's going to face off against Bear. Bases loaded, no outs. Bear looking to get out of a big jam here. And we're not getting the pitch. There we go. From Bear, it's into center field for a base hit. That drives in only 1. Mantle holds up at 3. So the base running by Manchester seems to be a little conservative. Only 1 run comes in off of that base hit into center field. Base is still loaded. No outs here in the bottom of 5. Bear will deliver to Dye. And this is going to get to Concepcion, who bobbles the ball and makes an error. So Dye now gets to first on an error. That drives in another run for Manchester. Manchester now with a 5-1 lead over Chico's here in the bottom of 5. Bases still loaded. Bear struggling on the mound. Still no outs for Manchester. He'll face off against Ken Keltner. Ken Keltner is 1 for 1 tonight. Hit a solo homer back in the 4th. Bear delivers to Keltner. It's a grounder to Etten, who throws it home to get the lead runner back to Etten at first. He tags out Ken Keltner. What a double play, a 3-1-3 double play.
Double play, nice shot.
Gets the lead runner at home and then makes the tag out at first. Incredible defensive play there by Chico's to try and keep the game as close as they can. Runner still at second and third with only 2 outs. In comes Elston Howard to bat. He is 0 for 2 tonight. Bear with the pitch to Howard. And it's a dribbler. Bear will run over to cover the bag. Etten will pick this up. Oh, he makes a fantastic diving play to stop the ball. Throws it over to Bear, covering first. Etten gets a great play, credited to his name in that. But we go to the top of 6 with Chico's trailing 5-1 against the Manchester Red Bolts. Manchester Red Bolts wants to
Scour,
put in
please.
we'll put Scouron in at first to replace Euclid,
That's right.
who had
That was
gloves
a
hit for him in the last at bat.
that was a missed opportunity. That one might come back to haunt me.
Oh, I don't know. You're up by 4,
It's
and
not
once again,
enough.
this home field of yours kills me. Sternweiss comes up to the bag. He is 1 for 1 in the game. Pitch to Sternweiss. He's going to get a base hit into right field. So Sternweiss with his second hit of the night. Up comes Pete Rose. Pete Rose is 0 for 2. With a runner on, with Sternweiss on first. We'll see how long Sternweiss stays there. It's almost a guarantee he will try and take second. Perry will look at him hard from the stretch. Sternweiss goes nowhere. Up the middle. Kinsler makes a diving play, throws it over to second to Ozzie Smith, who's covering second for the out. He throws back to Scouron. A fantastic double play thanks to Kinsler's great dive. Chico's now facing 2 outs. Up comes Deanna Navarro.
Sternweiss is a badass for true. Mike's calling him a badass. He is. What a player.
I gotta look at maybe replacing Rose. Never seems to give him a chance. He's always doing a hit and run. Doesn't seem to give him a chance to steal. So you have to work on that, figure that one out. But Deanna Navarro comes in 1 for 2 tonight with 2 outs against Chico's, still trailing by 4. Perry delivers to Navarro, and this is going to get to Smith. Smith makes a fantastic play, throws to first. Great play by Ozzie Smith to field that ball and get it to Scouron in time for the 3rd out. We go to the bottom of 6. No runs off of 1 hit. No errors committed by the Red Bolts. Chico's have committed 2 errors so far in this game. For the Red Bolts, we'll see batters 9, 1, and 2. That brings up Ozzie Smith, who's 1 for 2 tonight. Excuse me, 1 for 2 tonight. Bear remains on the plate, on the mound. This is a grounder to Sternweiss. He picks it up, throws to first. That's the 1st out. Kinsler comes up, the leadoff batter for Manchester Red Bolts, 1 for 3 so far in this game. Here's the pitch from Bear. And this is a grounder. Once again, Sternweiss comes over to field this one. He throws back to Etten. So once again, Sternweiss to Etten. That's 2 outs. Up comes Jeff Heath. Jeff Heath lined a single in the 5th, his last at bat. Here's the 2-2 count. And this is a ground ball to Concepcion at shortstop. He picks it up, fires to 3rd. That's the 3rd out. Down go Manchester. 1, 2, 3. No runs, no hits, no errors. That's the best defensive inning Chico's has seen in this game. As we go to top of 7, we'll see Guerrero, Etten, and Lindell. Guerrero 1 for 2 in the game. He lined a single between 3rd and short, his last at bat in the 4th inning. Needs to get something started here as they're running out of time. This does get into left field for a base hit. So Guerrero with a leadoff single. See if Chico's can mount some kind of a rally here to get some runs back. That brings up Nick Etten. Nick Etten struggling a little bit through this series. Had a great season for Chico's. But, in fact, we're going to look here for a second. Yeah. First baseman Frank Chance is going to make his first appearance in postseason. In lieu of Etten to see how he does. So Chance, Chance has actually hit. Oh, that's right. He faces off against lefty. So Chance, with a 250 average, one hit out of 4 at bats. He'll face off against Perry in place of Etten. And this is going to be a grounder to Keltner at 3rd, who picks this up, has to fire to 1st, doesn't have time to get to 2nd. Guerrero advances to 2nd. That's 1 out for Chico's as Johnny Lindell strolls up to the plate. And once again, the manager is going to call time to look.
Take your time.
In comes Indian Bob Johnson to pinch hit. He'll face off against Perry. Runner at second, one out. The pitch to Johnson. Deep fly ball to left field. Not deep enough. Heath will get over. Oh, Heath does not make the catch. Oh, no, he does make the. What happened there?
He
It
bobbled
showed him bobbling the ball.
He didn't drop it.
Oh, so he bobbled the ball but was able to recover before it hit the ground to catch that out. Just when it looked like something good was going to happen for Chico's. A fantastic play by Heath to hold on to that ball and get that out. The runner remains stranded at second. Up comes Hirsch Martin. He's 1 for 2. Here's the pitch from Perry to Martin. This is going to be a deep fly ball to right field. Dye is going to back to the wall. This is off the wall, so Martin with a double, a stand-up double to drive in an RBI. Chico's gets 1 run back, still trailing by 3. 2 outs. Martin at second. Up comes Prince Fielder. Prince Fielder is 1 for 2. He grounded a first, though, his last at-bat. He needs a big hit here to make something happen. Martin takes off. This is a big hit by Fielder, but not big enough. Dye will get this one near the corner. That's the 3rd out. Player manager Frank Chance will play first base. For the Red Bolts, here in the bottom of 7, we'll see Mantle, Musial, and Scowron. Mantle is 1 for 1. He got walked here in the fifth, his last plate appearance in the 5th. Air to the Mantle, and this is going to be over Sternweiser's head at second into right field. Guerrero will travel over to right center to get that one. Oh, they're actually going to give Sternweiser. They said Sternweiser should have gotten to that one. They're going to give him a poor play, not an error. So Mantle credited with the hit. Manchester Red Bolts with a leadoff single. Once again, facing some danger here from this hard-hitting Manchester team at home. Mantle with a huge lead at first as Stan Musial waits for the pitch. He's 1 for 3 so far. Bear over to first. Mantle gets back under the tag. He's safe back at first. Musial lined a single in the 5th, his last at bat, with a runner at first and no outs. Pitch from Bear. High fly ball into right field. Guerrero back to the wall. He'll make the grab. Mantle retreats back to first. That's the 1st out. Mantle has to remain on first base. Up comes Bill Scowron. Bill Scowron making only his second. Well, he has 1 at bat in the series, with no hits. So he'll come up for his first at bat here in this game. Scowron. It's a throw to first, and they pick Mantle off. Navarro with a fantastic throw to Chance at first, who makes the pickoff. Mantle is out at first. So that's 2 down now for the Red Bolts. Scowron facing a 1-0 count. This is going to be a hard shot into left field. Martin has to come into field that one. That's a single. So Mantle with a big pickoff at first. He could have easily been on second. Instead, Manchester now facing 2 outs with only 1 runner on. Up steps Jermaine Dye. Jermaine Dye hit that solo homer to left field in the 4th. He's 1 for 2 in the game. Scowron off. There's a grounder to Rose at third. He throws to second. Sternweiss covering. He'll make the 3rd out. We go to the top of 8, where we'll see Concepcion, Sternweiss, and Rose.
I will give me Francisco, please.
Manchester calling to their bullpen Frank Francisco to face off against Concepcion. Francisco making his first appearance, it appears, in the series.
Yeah.
All right, so Concepcion, who's already 0 for 2, facing off against a fantastic pitcher here. Here's the pitch. But he gets issued a free pass. So Francisco comes out of the bullpen, gives up the leadoff walk to Concepcion, who's already 0 for 2 in the game. Sternweiss instead, who's 2 for 2 and has 2 steals tonight, walked in the first, grounded a single in the third, and then grounded another single in the sixth. He comes up to the plate. Sternweiss looking to keep that hit streak alive in this game. Over to first. Concepcion back under the tag. He's safe at first. Sternweiss still waiting for the first pitch from the pitcher from the stretch.
Strike three.
He strikes
Count.
Sternweiss out. So
Lovely
that's
time.
the first out for Chico's, who's down to their last 5 in the game, trailing by 3. Concepcion still at first. Up comes Pete Rose. Pete Rose 0 for 3, also struggling. In fact, let's just take a quick look. Ooh, it doesn't get any easier against Francisco, does it? Oh, between this field and Frank, I'm not happy.
We'll see. Still close.
Frankly, I'm not happy. All right, so Rose will remain in 0 for 3. A low 100 average so far in this series. Here's
No,
you want?
no.
Are you sure? I
Absolutely
think you should. MV, I think you should.
No, after Royal will just give you a heart
You don't
attack.
want to waste Frank's arm on this one, do you? Francisco to remain on the mound against Rose. Here's the pitch. And this is going to be a grounder to Smith. He'll throw to Kinsler at second. He'll shoot it over to Scouteron at first. That's a double play. Chico's goes down. No runs, no hits, no errors. The base runner came off the walk. We go to the bottom of 8. Manchester still leads the Chico's bail bonds 5-2. Bear, although he's looking fine, we're going to look at something else here. No, we'll leave Bear in there. Bear's going to face off against at least one more bat. Keltner 1 for 2 in the game. Here's the pitch from Bear. High fly ball to center field. Upton will get under that one for the grab. That's the first out. Bear now facing off against Elston Howard, who's 0 for 3 in the game. Here's the 1-2 pitch. It's a grounder to Chance at first. He'll pick it up, run back to the bag himself. That's a 3 unassisted for the second out. For the ninth batter for Manchester steps up. That's Ozzie Smith, who is 1 for 3 in the game, batting .333 in the series. Bear, actually, no, we're going to leave Bear for one more. Bear's going to stay on the mound to face off against Smith. And this is going to get into right field. Guerrero field this off the bounce. Smith will round first, but then he decides to hold up. And that's enough. We're going to go to the bullpen. Yeah. And J.P. Howell will make another appearance for Chico's. J.P. Howell has 1 save credited in this series. He pitched 2 full innings, only allowed 1 hit, 1 walk, and he struck out 1. He'll face off against Kinsler here at the top of the Manchester's order, who's 1 for 4 with a runner on first and 2 outs. Already up by 3. Howell over to first. Smith back under the tag. He's in there safely. Kinsler still waiting for the first pitch from Howell. Here it comes.
Strike three.
He strikes him out to end the inning. So a big strikeout there for Howell. Manchester with 1 hit, no runs, no errors committed by Chico's, although they have committed 2 so far in the game.
Fingers, please.
Coming to the mound to close this game out for Manchester is Raleigh Fingers. He has 1 save credited to him so far in the series. He's pitched 1 2/3 innings, has 1 hit against him, and he struck out 1. He'll face off against Diana Navarro, who is 1 for 3 in this game. He grounded to short his last at-bat. Chico's down to their final 3 outs to try and tie this game up, down by 3. So far, we have Manchester with 11 hits, 5 runs, no errors. Chico's with 8 hits, 2 runs, and 2 errors. It's the 2-0 pitch to Navarro. It's going to get to Kinsler at second. He fires to Scouteron at first. That's the first out. Chico's now down to their last 2 outs. Guerrero batting 2 for 3 in this game. Having a fantastic game. He's now up to 300 average for the series. Looking for maybe something here, maybe even a solo shot home run to Guerrero. This is going to be to left field, but Heath is going to get under this one near the foul line for the second out. That brings up Frank Chance. Will Frank Chance give Chico's a chance to catch up? Chance is 0 for 1. He grounded to third in the seventh. He is batting a 200 in the series. Fingers, winds, and delivers. High fly ball into right field. High back towards the wall, off on the track. He makes the grab. Chico's loses. What a shocker to Manchester in their home field. Red Bolts 5, Chico's 2. It has been a home field advantage for both these teams throughout this 6-game series. Chico's 8 hits, 2 runs, 2 errors. Manchester 11 hits, 5 runs, no errors.
Great game, Buckshot.
Fantastic.
Great calling of the game because you had to do both. Thank you so much.
Oh, my pleasure. Fantastic game, MV. Congratulations. We're going to 7.
We're going to say, you go Mordecai Brown. Oh, no.
Some highlights for Chico's. Sternweiss goes 2 for 3. Guerrero 2 for 4. And Martin 2 for 3. Over for Manchester, we had, well, what we had was 2 solo shot home runs by Dye and Keltner. The only one in the lineup, the only 2 in the lineup didn't get a hit was Euclid and Howard. The pitchers on the mound for Chico's rather. Harden went 4 innings, allowed 6 hits, 5 runs, all earned, 2 home runs, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts. Bear came in and pitched 3 2/3. He gave up 5 hits, but no runs, no walks, no strikeouts. And then Howell, with a third of an inning pitched, struck out 1, but was not able to get a save or even a win. Harden gets the loss in the game. Over for Manchester, Perry went 7 full innings, gave up 8 hits, 2 runs, both earned. Walked 1, struck out 1. Francisco with 1 inning pitched. Walked 1, struck out 1, no hits, no runs. Fingers came in, gets the save, his second in the series. Pitched a full inning, no hits, no runs, no walks, no strikeouts. Perry credited with the win, Francisco with the hold. The game MVP goes to Jermaine Dye, who got that solo shot. He's batting a 1 for 3, 333 average. He knocked in the first, I believe he knocked in the first solo shot home run to give them the lead. And we're going to go to game 7 in Manchester. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to go into game 7 right now. But that was a fantastic game. So let's take a look at the playoffs. Manchester and Chico's all knotted up 3-3. Canada leading Tampa Bay 3-2. That was after Tampa Bay won their last 2 at home, 7-4 against Canada, and then in a tight one, 3-2.
They're already crying out for the next game.
Spoiler alert. I apologize, but I do have some things I got to do this Sunday afternoon. However, I will look forward to playing this as soon as MV is able to go again. We'll finish this one out and see who makes it into the playoffs, into the series rather.
I'm spent.
MV, yeah.
Sigh of relief.
Mentally, I am completely drained. I don't know how I'm going to get my things done today now. MV, this has been a very enjoyable series. I don't know about you, but this has been a tight one for both of us. 3-3 going into game 7.
Sternweiss is killing me.
Well, your whole team and your home field advantage is killing me.
And vice versa.
I mean, let's just go real quick, and I want to show some details here. As you can see, Manchester scored 7, then 4, then 5, all at their house. But meanwhile, Chico's held you to a total of 3 runs in 3 games. So home field advantage.
Game 8 was interesting because I did take Dye out of the lineup right at the beginning of the game. And I wondered if that was a mistake. But anyway, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, because he had a hot bat here in game 6. But Chico's can't do anything in your house, and you weren't able to do anything in Tropicana. It's going to go to game 7. It's going to be a tight one. It's going to be fun, whatever happens.
Mordecai Brown, I'm not even sure if I'm going to pitch Whitey Ford. That's the thing. Brandon Webb or Whitey Ford. And I used Ralph Terrier, which might have been a mistake, but you never know. In game 5, he pitched really well. If he has the stamina, then maybe it's Ralph Terrier.
I don't know if you're going to see Brown. I got to be honest with you. I'm not sure you're going to see Brown in Game 7.
You've got to pitch, Brian. No? Oh, wow. Okay.
It's a tough one. It's between Weimer did very well in Game 2 against you.
About him.
Yeah, he pitched that 4-3 game in Game 2, kept it extremely close, didn't give up. I think he only gave up one long ball. I'm not even sure he gave up. Yeah, I think he gave up one long ball to you in that game. So Weimer had a fantastic game against you in the second game.
I want Brown. Oh, I forgot about Weimer. Oh, God, he's like...
Brown's a possibility. He did shut you out. He shut you out in Game 3, but that was at Tropicana. I don't know that he's going to be able to do that here in your Yankee Stadium. Your stinking Yankee Stadium.
Same here. I've got Whitey Ford to consider. I've got Brandon Webb, although he was disastrous. You never know. Yankee Stadium might do it.
Yeah, it's gonna be a tough one. I can't wait, but oh man, I cannot wait. This has been a great series.
Yeah,
both of these, this playoff series, man. Once again, thanks to Big Clue and Steve Tate for creating one of the best leagues I've ever been a part of. When you see games like these, you know it's an exciting league.
Can I see Elston Howard, please, on my thing? I'm just curious if he's
absolutely
lost some of his pep. Because I don't know if that's the stamina carries over for the hitters. It does for the pitchers. Just going to Elston to see if he's exceeded pace. I don't think so.
Well, he's
because he's a catcher.
He's 4 for 20 in the series.
Yeah. Go to usage for a second.
Who, Euclid?
No, sorry, usage. Because he and Euclid are both struggling. Oh, Euclid.
I'm sorry. I thought you said Euclid.
Usage.
I don't think you have anything to worry about here in the playoffs.
120. Playoffs, yeah, I'm wondering if that does carry over. Okay, he's on target. And Euclid, just one more shot for Euclid. I don't know what's happened to Kevin Euclid.
I don't know, but I'm glad he's my bright bright spot on your lineup.
Let's have a look at usage.
He's only 2 for 20.
He's awful.
Yeah, he's fine.
He's fine. Yeah, cool.
Yep.
Thank you.
MV, fantastic series. I have enjoyed every single minute of these.
Same here, Buckshot. Definitely.
And I know that whichever team wins in Game 7 is going to deserve to go on to the series because they've both played heck of games, 3 games, 6 games, whatever.
Yeah, nice one.
All right, let's thank real quick. Sean WWG came in. Big Clue, thank you for coming by. Mike came in. Thank you, Mike. Bernie, we saw Bernie. We saw Steve. Glad he got to watch a couple games today.
Yeah.
007, Dwayne. Yoko came in. Dwayne came by. Thank you, Dwayne.
Mike Silva.
Mike, I said, yeah, I got Mike. Did I miss anybody else? I think Jamie was probably in the ballpark. I'm assuming Beatles came by. Right. Thank you, Beatles, for coming by. Hopefully Jamie made it in. I don't know. He may not have been able to get in here today.
Jamie was in.
Was he? Okay, great. And of course, thank you to you, MV, for joining me here.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you. Anytime.
I don't think I missed anybody, but
David.
David was in. I'm sorry, David. You were quiet in this game. So thank you for coming by. So we had a nice crowd here Sunday morning to see 2 good games. I hope everybody enjoyed it. And we will see everybody soon for Game 7. MV.
Right. Yes.
Thank you so much, my friend.
Yes. Take it easy, my friend. Take care. Speak to you soon.
Can't wait.
Take care. Bye-bye.